right, here is the KFC, Keith's Fantasy Club, EAVI Metal Mugen Vox with the pack-in BADBAT here. And this is one of the sets that KFC has done. It's based off their original EAVI Metal. There was a Preceptor-based mold, and they've done a Surgeon, which may not be out yet, and then a couple different versions, like a black, I'm trying to think, Magnificus color, as well as a standard Preceptor color, Wrecker's Preceptor with the IP, the sniper rifle and the eyepiece and all that stuff. I reviewed, if you remember, the prototype for the Magnificus version a while back. Here is the Soundwave version, and much like the recolors of the Generations Preceptor into Soundwave, it really kind of works for Soundwave. And he does come inside. This comes packed inside the Mugen Vox box, but he also comes with BADBAT, their little Rat Bat cassette. And they come in the standard plastic blister trays, and once you get them out, you've got these robots here. And they're really quite nice. Again, the Preceptor mold works really well as Soundwave here. You start the adjustable cannon here on his shoulder. And one of the things, like, let me see if I can show this off here. He's got some really nice light piping in his head. There you go. You can kind of see it glowing there. Really nice. Like, see if I cover it, it's black. Open it up. So some really nice visor light piping there on Mugen Vox. Tighten this back up, focus, and back onto the review. Now here is BADBAT. It's a little rat bat with a little head here. Head's on a ball joint. You can lift it up or back. You can have his wings in flying positions. He's got his little thruster boosters back here on the back. So yeah, his little Soundwave radar weapons. You flip up like that, so they face forward. So yeah, neat little. You got little tiny feet, little teeny feet. He will fit in Masterpiece Soundwave, and just to get an idea of size, here he is with Buzzsaw. I'll compare him to when the Sound Blaster comes out. I will compare him to the official Masterpiece Rat Bat, but he's kind of cool. He's got a lot of motion in his wings. There's like a dual hinge here, so you can flip the wings. These pieces can rotate out. So some neat little stuff going on with him. And to transform him back, you just flip these back down. You want to rotate his head to face this way. Fold his little feet. Actually, you fold these off to the side first. And his feet fold in. There are some little grooves in here. You might want to leave them slightly accessible, because otherwise it is kind of hard to get his feet out. You may need a paper clip or something to get up in there and pop the foot out if you don't leave that clip slightly exposed a little bit. But turn his flip around, fold these parts of the wings down, and then just close them up around there. And, you're not straight. Come on, straighten up. Oh, okay, well, did I not get these out of the way enough? Huh, I don't know why suddenly these don't want to close up. What did I do wrong with those things? They weren't. Ah, there we go. Don't fold them all the way down. Fold them up just a little bit so they match the angle of that. There we go. There we go. He folds up into a little cassette. I just had a piece sticking out too far. That was my fault. Flip the head up so it hides in there, and then you've got a little cassette that will fit in Masterpiece Soundwave. Now, Mugen Vox himself, obviously, Soundwave, very similar to the original EAVI Preceptor Magnificus. Much tighter tolerances this time around, again, because I'm not playing with a test shot. They fixed the looseness of this cannon. I would rotate this little piece right here, down here, so you don't snap it. It's a thin piece of plastic. Sturdy, though. But all the tolerances are much tighter. It holds its position much better in all the various forms. And so I'm very happy to see that. His gun here is just the standard pistol. He comes with two of the standard pistols, just like the previous versions have, except his gun has a special attachment that slides over the end of the pistol. There we go, to get it out, to make it look like his gun. And that can rotate as well. This little piece right here can rotate. So that's a nice little feature. And he does still have the same two alt modes, microscope and tank. Microscope obviously doesn't really work so much as Soundwave, but the tank kind of does. So we'll go ahead and show those off here. Open this up, hold his head down, bring this up and over. Tap that in. Nope, we extend it. Sorry, I'm not talking as much during transformation. We've seen it before. I'm just trying to get him into his mode. Tab that on. His legs come out. He does still have the exposed screw issue here in alt mode. But what can you do? Actually, not so much in I'll rotate him around the waist. There we go. This should tab on here. There's a little tab right here that goes in there. And it's just a matter of lining up that dual hinge so that snaps into place. There we go. And do the same on the opposite side. Pull these up and around, and then open up his little tray like that, and he is microscope. Which again, for Soundwave, a little weird, but not too bad. Again, based off the Perceptor mold, so he does still have the microscope mode. Tank mode is what I like about this. And here we're just kind of rotate these back, or rotate his waist back around, and rotate these around so the treads are facing down, and plugs right in there. And kind of there's this little tab here on the top of his shoulder can kind of plug into the foot. And then you just bring this up, rotate it up, popped off. Snap it back in, rotate it around, bring it up here, and unlike Perceptor, you can rotate the turret around, and there's the basic tank mode. But this cannon, his Soundwave, recognizable Soundwave cannon, actually plugs into this end of it, so you can get a Soundwave tank. Which again, we've seen Soundwave as ground vehicles before, so it's not a total stretch for him to turn into a tank, and kind of a cool tank at that. So I really like the little tank mode on this guy. So yeah, there you go. There is Mugen Vox. Like I said, even if you pass on the Perceptor recolor, I get it. And even then, like, I see why why a lot of people don't want this in their collection or wouldn't see it in their collection, but he makes he's a great size to go with some classic Soundwave. He fits in. He can be IDW Soundwave. He's just got that look. He does also come with a sniper rifle. I forgot to show that off, but the same sniper rifle as before. But yeah, all in all, like it's a very innovative design, and if you don't have a previous version of the mold, I highly recommend. Not highly recommend. I recommend it. It's a nice little version of Soundwave. It's going to fit with some of your classics characters size-wise if you don't already have or can't afford the music label Soundwave. And it's a neat version of the character. The light piping in his head is really nice. There is still the issue of the screws being visible here in alt mode, which is a minor annoyance. But the tank mode from the side, it looks really cool. I really like the look of the tank here. But yeah, nice little set. And as of right now, I think it's the only way to get the official BADBAT version of the cassette. I think they're releasing it as maybe Croc or Scar, one of the ones from Knock and Scar, one of Double Dealer's Power Masters, as well as a couple other recolors. You can get this mold, but if you want it as BADBAT, aka Ratbat, this is the way to do it. But yeah, there it is, Mugen Vox and BADBAT from Keith's Fantasy Club. Check it out. It's a pretty neat little figure.